Video essays have gotten too long. Video essays have been around for a while, although I didn't really hear the term start to be used until the late 2010s and into the 2020s. But what is the term anyway? Well, there isn't an official definition, but most people know what you're talking about when you talk about one. A video essay is a long-form edited video that will discuss one overarching topic or subject, usually for the purpose of information. Now, you could argue that a video essay goes back even as far as the early days of YouTube, but there's a reason I put in a couple of the qualifiers there. I don't think the angry video game nerd reviewing the CDI is a video essay, since that's a review, and I don't think that someone rambling in front of their 2006 era webcam for 20 minutes is one either, since those are usually mostly, if not completely, unedited. Although even then, this example has a bit of a problem, since some people could argue that a review is a video essay, but let's not get into that here, that's muddying the waters. I'll also set a minimum runtime for a video essay of around 10 minutes. Anything shorter than that doesn't really seem like a long-form video to me, and I think most people will agree. So that's a definition that I think everyone watching will agree upon. Of course, there are some gray areas in there. An easy example being an iceberg video. Sure, it's a video made for the purpose of information, they're long form, highly edited, and generally revolve around one singular topic. To me, the one problem is that iceberg videos jump around to different topics a lot, and there are a lot of smaller topics that have one overarching theme surrounding them. I think given the previous definition that some people would call them a video essay, but I'll fit them more into a sort of in-between area, where they're not quite video essays, but also not video essays either, if that makes even the slightest bit of sense. But with our definition mostly well established, what's the issue here, and why am I making this video? Well, it's mainly about runtime again. But wait, we just discussed the minimum runtime video essays need to be. Yeah, but that's the minimum time. We never discussed the maximum time, and that's the purpose of this video. Video essays have simply gotten too long. Over the past few years, I've watched video essays go from averaging around 20 to 30 minutes to regularly seeing things advertising over an hour and sometimes even multiple hours. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't to disparage anyone who makes videos this long. For example, I loved watching Pyro's Entropy Zero video. That being said, I do have some gripes with the increasing runtime of these videos. For starters, if the video is above a certain runtime, that specific runtime being something I'll get to in a little bit, I get to a point where I don't want to watch it unless I'm already interested in the original topic. And even with video essays where I do enjoy the original topic, if your video is multiple hours long, I'm probably not watching all of that in one sitting. Even Pyrocynical's video was 4 hours long, and I didn't watch that all in one go. Now, I know there will be plenty of people who disagree with me and will gladly watch a multiple hour long video on something they've never heard of, but I disagree. So as mentioned previously, I liked Pyro's video, but I was already interested in the topic to begin with. I suppose a similar thing goes for movies, especially when I see some of these 2-hour movies where I'm really not all that interested in it, unless said interest was already there to begin with. If I had to give an upper limit to these things, what would I say it should be? Honestly, if it's any longer than around the 50-minute to hour runtime mark, you've lost me on any topic that I wasn't already interested in. Funnily enough, I think there are a lot of people who agree with me, since they're starting to become people that will basically give the summary version of the video in about 30 seconds for those who can't pay attention to something for more than 30 seconds. But let's get back to that runtime. I seriously believe that the term video essay should have a limit to around that runtime. If your video is longer than that runtime of around an hour, then allow me to introduce a new term, a video novel. Basically, it's a video essay, but you've kind of gone beyond the whole essay part of it, since it's literally just such a long video. Seriously, if your script is hundreds of pages long, that's not an essay. That's a book, hence the term video novel. Finally, I know video essays and video novels aren't going anywhere, and I don't want them to. However, I can't deny that I'm a bit wary of them getting to longer and longer runtimes, and I ultimately think that if possible, things should be dialed back, even if just by a bit. But that's all for now, as I just want to mention that, as it's a bit of a gripe I've been having with video essays recently. Thank y'all for watching, and take care.
Thank you.